Hello everybody, I'm the Tameister, and welcome to my new channel. Also, welcome to the first episode of my new Cities Skylines series. So here we are in the main menu, but before we start anything, I just have a couple things to explain. So the way that this is going to work, I'm going to try as much as possible to release one video per week, ranging from about 20 to 25 minutes. I am working and I always have some stuff going on in my life, but I'm going to try as hard as possible to at least release one video per week. One more thing, I'm obviously new at these kind of videos, so if you guys have any tips or tricks and suggestions on things that I should change in my videos, just drop a comment or send me an email. It'll be greatly appreciated. Okay guys, so one more thing before we start. I will be playing with mods. As you can see on the bottom here, I have 58 of them enabled, mostly network and traffic mods. I will be playing with the Unlock Everything mod as well as Unlimited Money mod. So I'm going to be playing the game more as a sandbox mode rather than just a vanilla game. So you guys are really going to get to see how I build cities from scratch. I really strive for realism when playing the game, but I also strive for functionality. So I like my cities to have this realistic American city feel to them, as well as be fully functional. So I try to manage my services and my traffic as much as possible while retaining a realistic look. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and load the game. I've already chosen the map that we're going to be playing on. Some of you might be familiar with Aubrey City if you've watched any of my videos on my old channel. If not, I suggest you go check them out right now. So we're going to go ahead and load it up. Okay guys, here we are, Aubrey City. This map is freaking huge, and the fact that we don't have a lot of water means that we have all this land to play with. So I kind of lied when I said that I'd be starting the city from scratch, because I've actually built my base road network here just to start off, you know, so I wouldn't have to plop down roads for the whole first episode. I still want to keep you guys entertained. So what I've done, when I first saw this map, which I downloaded by the way, I kind of got a Atlantic City feel with it. So you have your beaches up front here. It kind of has like a semi-tropical feel. So I think that's what we're going to go for this city, kind of an Atlantic City look. So there should be beaches and shops and hotels along the coastline. That's kind of the theme that I'm going for with this city. So the basic plan I have for this area of the city is to have our leisure commercial all along the coastline here. So our shops and clubs and hotels will be along this large avenue here, and our conventional commercial will be more inland. For residential, we'll have a lot of high-class beach houses and high-end apartments in this area. And on the other side of the river here, I was thinking of having like a huge industrial port here that I'm eventually going to build. And I think our downtown central business district will be in this area right here. So it's kind of in the middle of everything. So everybody around the city should have good access to this sort of area here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start zoning the city and plopping down our services. While I do that, I will accelerate the footage just so you guys are entertained, so you won't have to watch me through this tedious work. So let's go ahead and do that right away. So I forgot to mention that I built this thing off camera. Basically what it is, it's a little industrial port where my power plants are located, as well as a recycling center. I also have some temporary water pumps over here, and yeah, I've basically zoned the whole city, so we're ready to go. The only thing I need now is to connect the power grid from here to there, and also complete my water supply. One thing that I did notice that was kind of odd is our water pattern here. So in most cases, your river, the current from your river would come downstream and go out to sea. But in this case, water comes into port and flows downstream, and it all migrates to this area right here, which is kind of odd. It might just be temporary, though. It might reverse eventually. So what I'm going to do now is complete our water supply. So I'm going to speed up the footage again. All the memories and all the days we've spent together. You feel it so soon. Too many risks to take. Just let us see. Alright guys, so we're pretty much ready to start constructing our city. Am I forgetting anything? So I got my hospitals and my cemeteries and all that stuff. I have my fire stations, police stations, education is covered. I'm not going to build any transportation for now. There's not really any need for it yet, but eventually I'll build a bus and maybe a subway network. Parks, I have a couple of parks that are scattered around the city. Landmarks, I'm not going to have too many landmarks. I might add a couple of clubs or a casino. Anyway, we'll see. For now, I'm probably just going to keep the first episode to building the basics of the city. Oh, what the hell happened here? Why are there buildings? I must have pressed play at some point by accident. So what I'm going to do here is divide this area in two, because I want, as I said earlier, I want my leisure commercial to be along this drag here, and I want my conventional commercial to be on the other side here. So I'm just gonna lay that down here. Alright, so we have Highland Heights and Thornton Square. I thought of a little fun thing that I would do is I want you guys to think of better names to name these areas here, and whoever chooses the name that I like most, I'm gonna put that name in either which one of these, and I'm gonna feature your channel in my next video. So just leave a comment of what you think would be better names for these. Okay, so we're all set. Yeah, I guess we can just go ahead and hit play now and watch her. Oh crap! Nope, I forgot one thing. See, what I like to do to keep the realism aspect in my cities, I've downloaded the theme manager, and I've actually created a theme for all sorts of different areas of cities that I make. So generally in American cities you have like your downtown areas in the center, and around your downtown you have like your historic older buildings, your ghettos sometimes. So I'll build a theme specifically for that section in each city. And then on the outskirts of your city you have your suburbs and things like that. So I've built a theme specifically for that. So in this case, what we're gonna do, I've created a theme which is called Beach Town. What this is beach houses, high-end apartments and houses, things like that, specifically for this area. and probably the other side of the river over here as well. So we're gonna go here, themes, enable theme manager, beach town. There we are. Services and things like that. I don't think we're gonna touch that yet. Maybe later on. So the next step is tourism, or should I go with tourism or leisure? See, tourism is going to be hotels and stuff, and leisure, I think it's more clubs and casinos. Actually, what I should do is make this area leisure and this area, or rather, yeah, leisure and tourism. How about that? And then on the other side of this little canal here, we'll go for our conventional commercial. Okay, so let's see what happens here. People start moving in. Oh, so we got apartment over here. Oh, and one thing I like to do as well is to prevent any huge skyscrapers from popping up, I like to limit my zones just to keep everything functional and nice. So we'll do that for here. There's not even going to be any industrial areas in here anyway. Oh, so we got some huge skyscrapers. I don't think I like that. I might have to edit the theme a little bit to prevent those. Like, one or two of them is okay, but if it starts to pop all over this area here, I'll probably have to change that. You know, a couple of high-rise apartments here and there are okay, though. You guys are going to notice that I'm really picky on what buildings spawn. And one thing that you guys probably noticed as well is that I put a lot of parking lots all over the place. It just adds to the realism of the city. As you know, in American cities, there's parking lots virtually everywhere, except downtown, of course. Okay, guys, so we're on day 2, and I was kind of an idiot because I completely forgot to add highway connections. So I noticed that my city was growing, but my population remained at 0. So it took me a minute to figure it out. But I've now built 2 highway entrances on each side of the town. So our city should begin growing now. See, we're at 4,300 people, not too bad. And I think that there's way too many skyscrapers for one little area here, so I think I'm gonna edit the theme to prevent that. And also I should start building my industrial area over here due to my industrial demand. Alright, so let's get started on my industrial park here. So nothing too complicated, we're just gonna lay down some zones. There. I never really spend too much time on my industrial parks. It's mostly when I get to my downtown sections and some residential sections that I get really tedious. So you'll notice that my industrial demand should drop pretty quickly. So we'll let that build for now. And I'm kind of concerned that nothing is building here, but it's probably because I don't have anything. So I'm going to try plopping down maybe a hospital and fire station, as well as the police station, and probably a couple of schools, see if that helps. So a high school and a elementary school. We'll see if that makes a difference. Alright, so as you can see, our demand is pretty much at 0, although our commercial demand is kind of high. And I kind of like how it's starting to look already. Eventually, I'm going to add some props here and there, just to make things look a little bit more lively. So add some parks and some trees and things like that. And I think in our next video, I'm probably going to spend most of the episode on the beach. So building the beach and really finalizing it before moving on to the rest of the city. So this is basically just an introductory video. Uh-oh, guys, we have some shit problems here. So we're going to try to mitigate that as quickly as possible before people start getting sick. And that's not really good. Our river flow is going upstream right into my pump. So we're going to have to change the location of our water treatment plant. Oh god, where do I put this? This is really not the best map for water flow. See, what's happening here is there's this thing right here. I'm not even sure what it is. It's not a water source because then the water would be spilling out. It's kind of sucking the water right in. And if I delete that, it's going to make a mess. So I'll probably save that for a future video. Could be pretty entertaining. For now, I guess I'm just going to put this here. I don't think it really matters if water treatment plant water gets into a pump. It's not really that dirty. Oh, I need to power this as well. Oops. There. So that should fix the problem. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So as for highways, pretty much everything that you see here, let's see, there's a connection over here on the north side, there's two of them on the west sides, and one on the south side of the city. Those are probably all going to get deleted eventually, and what I was planning on doing is having a highway go right through the city center, kind of having a main highway, and then having a highway go west, or east, I'm sorry, that was east, and then having a highway that could go completely around the city, so to get our traffic from the south to the east side of the city without actually having to go through the city. So those are my future plans for that, and still nothing is going on here, which is kind of weird. Oh well, I mean, it'll probably eventually get going. Oh, our industrial demand is back up, so let's zoom out and go over here. Yeah, whatever. I'll just kind of keep this area pretty blank. I don't really care too much about it. Oops. There. Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap up the video now. Although I've only started to build this city, I really like the feeling it's starting to have already. So I really like this boulevard here. It kind of gives off that Atlantic City kind of feeling, being so close to the beach here. So in my next video, I'm really going to be focusing on the beach. I'm going to be adding props, some detail to it, just making the whole area look a lot nicer than it is. It's kind of bland right now. Ah shit, it's a death wave. God damn it. Oh well, it'll bounce back. Still have 10,000. So anyways, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I got a lot more in store for you guys. And leave a comment too what you guys think of my new videos, my new series. I kind of feel like 20 minutes is a little short for this kind of video. I think maybe 30, maybe 40 minutes would be more appropriate, but you know, I'll see what you guys think. Also, don't forget to leave a name for these two districts here. As I stated before, I'm going to be choosing the best names, and I'm going to feature whoever's channel gave me those names. So you guys take care. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.